What is up, fellow Pyro fanatics? It's Pimp Daddy 28 here, and today I'm going to show you guys the canister shells that I'm going to be using in my 2018 canister shell comparison. So this year we're going to have a total and a new personal high of 17 different canister shells that will be in this canister shell comparison for this year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pretty much do what I did last year and take two of each shell, and I'll be pretty much demoing two shells for me. I'll try to get the same effect as close as I can for each shell, so it'll be similar. Obviously with the Excals, it's a crapshoot, so I don't know. That's going to be random, obviously, because they're mislabeled, but everything else I'm going to try to get it as close as possible to make pretty much the competition and the comparison as even as possible, so to speak. So, alright, so we're going to start on the left here. We have the reigning canister shell comparison champion, Faces of Death canister shells by Dragon Slayer Fireworks. Probably some of the best 60-gram canister shells that you could probably get out there. So definitely a good one for sure. I also got the, as usual, the one that always makes it into my canister shell comparison every year, the Excalibur canister shells. This is the 2018 version. This version does not have the extra fuse on the side, so this is pretty much a normal, regular Excalibur shell. So the performance should be as pretty much as top-notch as it could be in terms of how they produce them this year. Also on top here, we got some Hellcat cans by Sky Bacon, and we got 6 in this shell kit here, so we'll pick 2 of the effects that I'll be using. I probably will be using Brocade in color. That would be my guess, or Chrysanthemum in color. Haven't really decided. Down here we got some Everest canister shells by Brothers, but also on the other side of this shell kit, thanks to Sandusky Fireworks and their willingness to kind of split shells, kind of like give me as many different canister shells as possible. I got some Echo in the Ear canister shells on the side here, and they have them listed for effect this time out. So at least this time I could pick out some effects that I couldn't do before with Echo in the Ear, since 3-4 years ago they didn't have them listed for effect. So we got 2 different types of canister shells in this shell kit specifically. We'll put these back. Alright, and we have some Kickass artillery shells by Dominator Fireworks. Love that donkey. Anyways, God, I don't know if I could kind of pull this out because I have everything kind of set up here. I apologize. So these are pretty much, I don't know if you guys could see them, they're kind of gold. I'll pull them out when I get to this next one here. We got some 5-inch neon canister shells by Certified Black Label. Shout out to Balls of Pyro for donating these 2 shells, and also these 5-inch Pyro Predator shells as well. I got 2 of those as well, so they'll both be in my canister shell comparison. So let me pull these out temporarily here, so I can show you guys what Kick-Ass shells look like. There we go, gold wrapping. Alright, so as I mentioned before, we got these 2 neon canister shells. I don't know if you could see the effects here. Sorry about the lighting. And up here, we got some Grucci canister shells by Grucci and Phantom, supposedly, I guess. I don't know if I should pick Grucci or Phantom as the brand. Anyways, we got some Pro-Ox 1.5-inch canister shells. Even though these are smaller shells than the regular 60-gram canisters, they still pack a nice punch. We got the 44 Magnum 12 rounds by Shogun. Got a case of these this year, so definitely including these in the comparison. And of course, as I mentioned before, I got these Pyro Predator 5-inch canister shells. And once again, shout out to Balls of Pyro for giving me these shells. So, and also Sandusky Fireworks was nice enough to give me a sleeve of the Pro shells by Big. So I'm going to include these as well. I think I included them last year, so bringing them back for this year as well. got these Supernova canister shells by Bright Star. Now these have a nice color to them for what I know. So don't know if, well, actually they do have a brocade crown in here. So they'll probably have like kind of like a brocade or a chrysanthemum with color. So most of these shells are probably going to have color in them. So, but these are nice. So definitely can't wait to see what they look like. And also got some Kingslayer shells, or also known as, they're pretty much rewraps of Smoke and Mirrors. So these are labeled as Kingslayers, and they're by Dominator. These were given to me for free by a store out of state, which I will not name for obvious reasons, as I mentioned before. For reasons that I mentioned before, should I say. So we'll be throwing these into the comparison for good measure as well. And over here we got some Pyro Nation 5-inch Jawbreakers. These are definitely going into the comparison this year. And Chuck, most of you guys know him as West PA Pyro from Pyro Dudes, was very, very nice enough to make this a half-and-half kit, meaning I got some 5-inch Jawbreakers here at the bottom, and I also got a couple sleeves of Salute to the Flag shells by Pyro Demon as well. So going to include those in the comparison as well, so can't wait to see both of them. And finally, this is a leftover shell kit from last year. Bought a case of these last year from WF Boom, the Continuum canister shells by Pyro Planet. There's a scanner if you want to see the video, and better go this side. So, have a whole 24 pack of these left, and I think I may have a sleeve, an extra sleeve somewhere, laying around somewhere as well. So, these I'm definitely going to include in the comparison. And that brings the total up, as I mentioned before, to 17 total, or should I say 17 different types of canister shells, including those two at the bottom right there that were given to me by Balls of Pyro. So definitely going to be a very, very exciting year. Last year was my best canister shell comparison. I mean, just about every shell that was included in that comparison last year was pretty good, with the exception of maybe one or two canister shells. I mean, they all performed pretty well, but Faces of Death was definitely the one that stood out the most. That and the 5-inch American Super Shell. 5-inch American Super Shell wasn't too far off from that one, but Faces of Death definitely won that comparison last year. So just gonna have to wait and see which one wins this year. So hopefully I'll hopefully start to do lay off some of these shells. Hopefully either today or tomorrow. Hoping to complete this comparison as soon as possible, because I don't want to finish this close to the 4th and then have to rush and post a video for you guys to see. So okay, so hope you guys enjoy this preview for the canister shell comparison, and can't wait to light these things off. I'm super excited already. All right, I'll see you guys next time.